Right, you asked for a kit build, so I will provide. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Well, there you go. My name's Paul. This is My Life Studios. There's some signs. This one changes. We're going to have some fun with that little cheeky bad boy. I don't build basses. I build guitars, and I don't build kit guitars. But it's probably one of the most common questions that you all give me. Can you build a kit guitar so we can follow along? And really, the answer is fucking why would I want to? However, something has come up. So I'm building a kit guitar. It's going to be a two-parter, I think. Maybe three. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I haven't got a fucking clue. My mate James Yarde of Yarde Guitars, phenomenal CNC-brained android of a human, or whatever that is. What's it called when you're both? Cyborg. It's a fucking cyborg. If I was a cyborg, I'd give myself a massive, great robotic. He was tasked to make John Frusciante's 1962 Stratocaster. Now, if you delve into the world of old instruments, vintage Fenders, there's lots of arguments online. Oh, well, the neck had 72 microns left of the fucking first tuner. People like milk themselves into obliteration over specs and wank. James is one of them, and you know, if you're watching this, James, you know you are, and it's one of the things I love about you. Way more exacting, that was aggressive, sorry. Way more exacting than me. He was doing it, and he's going to send a few out, and he has gone to town on the specs. I said, send me one, James, because if you're going to sell these, I'd like to advertise them for you. So he's given me a free one. When I say give me a free one, I gave him all the wood. I just said, here's some wood, cut me one out so I can build one for a video, because people ask for a kit and I don't want to build a Harley bent on kit. I'd rather build something with a bit of fucking style. So this video is funny for two reasons. The first one is the fact that I'm not going to build it anything like John Frusciante's 1962 Stratocaster, and that is funny because it's the same reason really. It's going to break James's soul. So there you go. So already I got him to make some alterations, because the original 62 one has got one of those stupid in the end of the neck adjust the truss rod. I said, just alter your CNC and give me a fucking spoke wheel, you nonce. And he did, because he's a lovely, he's not a nonce. Not that I know of anyway, I've never seen what's on his laptop. But anyway, I'm digressing. Here is a lovely Strat body. I've also asked him to give me a swimming pool route, because I'm a psychopath. And yeah, so this is going to be nothing like John Frusciante's. Why am I advertising this for James? It's a very clear reason. People want to buy kit guitars all the time. I want to build an acoustic guitar probably next year when I've got a chance. It takes a lot of space, and I haven't got a lot of space. You think I've got a lot of space? I haven't. I'm going to buy a Stu Mac kit, because A, I haven't got most of the jigs needed to do all that sort of stuff, and B, it's going to give me an idea about how it all goes together and what's in an acoustic guitar. I started electric guitar building exactly the same way. Before I went to Crimson and built me semi-hollow telly, and had a whale of a time, wonderful week, I was proactive, and I built a few kits in the running months up to it, so that I had a fucking clue where to start. So you can do the same, can't you? Why should you buy one of James's? Well, you can buy a decent kit guitar, and I would say a fairly decent kit. I've got one up here. The guitar that will never be finished. This was like 289 quid. Needed lots of fretwork. They all do. It's the same as any £289 guitar, really. You've got to do lots of fretwork. This kit guitar, made to exact 1962 standards, which is a fucking expensive guitar if you want to buy a real one, is 700 quid. Why is it 700 quid? When you get a neck from James, it's a rosewood fretboard and everything. All the fretwork is the same spec as it. It's all exact. The difference is the fretwork and the nut will be perfect. You do not have to do any fretwork if you buy that kit guitar. It's basically Lego. You can put whatever you want in it and do whatever you want bridge-wise and all that sort of stuff, but the neck will be impeccable. What's that, 250 quid worth of work to a tech, to have a level recrown polish? new nut and all that sort of stuff. 200 to 300 wherever you live in the world. So really a 700 kit guitar, it's a £400 kit guitar. So what you're actually getting for your money is pretty amazing. Takes him a lot of time and a lot of effort to get everything spanking. The link is below to James's website. You can contact him anytime. He will actually let you make some alterations, I think. Don't quote me on that, but quote me on that because it might fucking hurt him. So mine's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be HSH, not with those humbuckers. We're not putting Seymour Duncans in because this channel is supported proudly by Warman pickups. So I'm putting some of his in. I've got some zebra bobbins for neck and bridge and a normal cream half zebra zebrette middle pickup. So that's going to look rather spanking in there. I've had to laser cut myself a HSH pickguard because I didn't have one to use as a trace. That's fine. This is going to be black. Of course it's going to be black, but I'm not going to put a black pickguard on. We're not going Gilmore. I've got to do something that's a little bit spicy. I can't just put this thing together. There's some changes I want to make. So I thought, seeing as I gave him the timber, I love bird's eye maple necks. Seeing as I gave him this timber to make the neck, I knew I had another bit downstairs, almost like the magic of television. Oh, look at that. I've got another bit. This has got some like mineral sort of deposits and it's a bit shit. I wouldn't want to use that for a neck. So I thought, why don't I make a fucking pickguard that matches the neck? I've never seen anyone do that before. It might be utter bollocks, but we'll wait and see. So I'm going to cut this up, laminate it, cut it up, make it lovely, and we'll make a timber pickguard which will match the neck. So that should all amalgamate and do things like that. Right, that's easy. So apart from that, what are we doing? I might show a bit of wiring. I probably fucking won't because it'll be hideous. I might show you the finished product so you can all berate me in the comment section. But if you do, you're going up on the sign of doom, which I've just noticed I've screwed to the wall pissed. I will address that. Also, this has got the nasty Fender square neck heel, which I hate. So I will be rounding that off. I'll be putting this together with bolts and probably, should we go 3 bolts just to piss people off? I'll make that bit up as I go along. I don't know yet. I haven't got a clue. I might just nodge the corner. I don't know if that's a word, but we'll nodge the corner. What else am I doing here? I'm only going 1 volume, 1 tone because why would you do anything else? I've got 500k pot for tone. I've got a 500k push, so I've got options. 5-way switcheroonie. I've got some black knobs. I don't know if I'll use them. I don't know what knobs are going to go in yet. Thank you to Geiker for a wonderful bit of them. They sent me this bridge for free, bless them. This is Geiker's 2-point roller trem. So that's going to go in there. That's not vintage. I prefer 2-point trems. And I've got this Fleor. It's an output jack pull. Shut up, mug. So that'll go in there. There you go. That's basically what we're doing. So what's going to be a little bit different, it's going to be a satin black body. I'm not going to grain fill it. I never grain fill ash. I want it to have that earthy, ridgy, veiny, shafty sort of look about it. I went too far there. Definitely went too far. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a pickguard. Should we just get started on that? Fuck it, why not? Get the crap out of the way. I've got to get this done because I want to squeeze it in between builds. So this part up here is less sort of ornate, but it should be all right. And I'm hoping I can rip this into 3 sections, all on the table saw, which might be a bit airy-fairy. We'll find out with that. I'll make it a bit longer than it needs to be. I'll do it on the bandsaw. Let's do it professionally, all right? Speedy uppy. Okay, so montage over. This is it upside down. That's a terrible camera angle, Paul. Let's move that over there. This is the underside of what I've done. I'm just trying to save me clamps. I just need to get this clamped up. Whoa. Bit of tape for the win. bit of glue, and some. I've cut a little bit of MDF under there, which is just a little bit smaller than this. There, that's more clamps than I would normally dick around with, but I want this to glue up as straight as I can, as flat as I can, so I don't lose too much. It's like my kids, it's quite thick at the minute, but we've got room to sand it out. Lovely, pop him aside, pop him aside. And the next job, sadly, is sanding. Incidentally, I've put a bit of grain filler on this, and I will be putting grain filler on my pickguard. I use this stuff here, which, according to one subscriber, is about 9 grand and a kidney if you live in Japan. Luckily, I don't. I live in Plymouth. So, fuck it, I will not feel guilty. But I've done that, I've put that on this, and I've put it on the pickguard when it's done, before I spray it up. This one, well, James has sanded it pretty well. It needs a little bit of love, not a lot. I'm going to go at it with a bit of 320. Now, next stage, I mean, to be honest, it's fairly smooth. So I'm going to spray this with a couple of coats of sanding sealer, and I'll sand it again, and then I'll prime it, grey primer, and then I'll go black. So it's going to have quite a few coats of shit on it, and we can sand in between, so you don't have to go too mental. The best thing about this ash is the grain is going to come through the paint. That's intentional, because I think ash, it's one of its most exciting properties. That's why I like it. It's not exciting. How the fuck is wood exciting? It is a little bit exciting, I've got to be honest. Not so much to Mrs. Richards these days, but we can only dream, boys, we can only dream. Lovely. Right, now I've got to think about this little neck heel joint. That's a nice little bit in it. We can make that bit up as we go along. I'm whizzing through this because this is like fucking Lego, isn't it? There you go. I'm going to draw around my can of Pepsi. Not sponsored. That'll do. That's me corner I'm going to whiz off. I'm just going to smash at that now with a file. Should we use a file? Which one, Peter? We'll go with a Shinto. Look at that, he's ringing. We'll just ignore him, shall we? He can probably tell that I'm bastardising his fucking guitar. There, that'll do for now. That's bloody smooth. James did quite a good job of smoothing that off before he sent it to me. There's a little ding in the bottom because I fucking dropped it. Shh. Internet, I could have done an internet lie there, couldn't I? But yeah, fuck that. Right, next thing I've got to do, I'm just going to drill some holes for my neck pocket. We need to do that. There's quite an easy way of doing this. I'm going to, bit of 9mm MDF. This is technical, this bit. What I call in the, this is what's known in the trade as a scrap of shit. I'm just going to bung that on there and I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to do the same on this side. On this side, I'm just going to rest the pencil on there and I'm just going to draw a line. That's where my O's are going to go. I'm going to keep them back from the edge. So I'm going to go one there, one there, one there. This one here, it's going to be on that corner, but I'll use a shorter screw and we'll rebate it into that little nodule. See what that looks like, shall we? Might be fucking terrible. Who knows? 2mm drill bit for this bit because I need to use this hole as a guide for the forstner bit. If I go for a wide bit, my forstner bit's going to wibbly wobbly all over the shop. Don't want to be doing that. There we go, we've got our 4 holes come through. That one there will rebate a little bit lower just to make sure our screw don't stick out. Don't have to be any more technical than that. Now all I've got to do, so neck's going in the pocket, nice and tight and snug. I'm just going to mark those holes. Easy. Look at that, look. Little pricks. Story of my life. That's that, that's that. Now I can just rebate these on the pillar drill. What am I going to use? Oh, I think we'll go with black screws. Black Allen bolts, stainless steel inserts, and I think I've got the right washers for these bolts. Ah, it's going to look lovely in it. Perfect for what I want. This is going to be my living room basher. That came out wrong. Stay hydrated, folks. Mango Pepsi, wonderful with rum, gotta say. 13.85. Have I got a 14 mil? Right, so I've got a 14 mil drill bit here, but it doesn't give you a flat bottomed hole, which is no fucking good. So I'm gonna go 15 mil Forstner. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go over and get this buried in. Shall we? Do you wanna come? Do you wanna watch? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Right, before I go downstairs, because my battery went then, technical difficulties. I've drilled through here. We're nicely rebaited. I don't know when the fucking camera turned off, but I was drilling, I was montaging, and it died on me. So we're done. Everything's looking lovely jubbly. You can see that when we bolt up with the washer, it's all gonna look spiffing, innit? Look at that. Piece of piss, clean, lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now I've got to drill these out very quickly. You can do this on the press, you can use jigs, you can do all that sort of stuff. These need a 9.5 mil. I haven't got a 9.5 mil Forstner bit because I'm not that posh. But I have got a 9, so I'm going to whip him through. I'm going to mark how deep he needs to go. I don't want to be coming through the back of my nice neck. You can see why I mark everything with a 2 mil hole now, because that point has got to go in that hole. If you go too fat, that point's not going to line up, and your holes aren't going to line up, and it's all going to be shit. Right, first thing I'm going to do now is just use my hole widener. There you go. Tiny bit of tear out there. I'd be really annoyed if this was for someone else, but it's not. It's for me. And I almost feel inclined to make some mistakes, just so that James hates it. Right, a little bit of grease on there. Nothing. Some people glue these in. I've never really found it necessary. Little bit of grease. In she goes. Start her straight. That should be the result you end up with. Flush below the surface. Tickety-boo, no effort. It shouldn't take effort. If that's hard to screw in, you're going to fuck it up. Stop doing it. And the best advice you can have is get another bit of wood, hard wood, not soft wood. Drill some holes, experiment. Get that screwed into there perfectly before you put it anywhere near your neck. That is if you're a mungo and you've never done it before. It's fine to be a mungo. That needs to go on the sign, doesn't it? Mungos are allowed. I'm a fucking mungo, absolutely. A proud mungo. So now, if all's gone well, these should just screw in. Catch up, Dave. These should just screw in easily. There. That's pretty simple. We're all attached. Everything's looking tight. It's a lovely pocket. James, you've got a lovely pocket. Better than saying you've got a lovely ham wallet. That's looking handsome. It's fucking really light Strat. It's jet worthy, it's so Strat. I know just saying that's going to hurt him, but that's good. We've got a much nicer contoured heel. Not my favourite still, but much better. Yeah, really happy with that. Let's go downstairs, get a bit of grain filler on, and I'll make a coffee while I'm there, because it's fucking rude not to. See you downstairs in Fritzels. Right, now the concerto of the bin man has just finished. Sorry you had to miss that one. That one is out of the clamps and I whipped it through the sander. Don't think I left you out. Oh, freaking lovely. So I want this part of the grainy bit to be on my pickguard. Probably that size. Better book match. So I'm literally going to draw around this now. I was going to try and get the joins are pretty much invisible, so that'll be fine with me. Marvellous. Let's draw. I wasn't talking to the camera then. I'm going to do it like that, basically. Sorry, it's early in the morning. It's the next day. I'm going to draw around this. I'm going to whip it out on the bandsaw, and then, in fact, shall I just stick it down? I'm going to stick it down. Let's just stick it down. I'm going to use some double-sided tape and stick this down. Good idea, thank you. Right, bit of a whip through the machine. Follow me. There's a lot of that going on, isn't it? Right, entrance from left. Let's see if we can unstick this bad boy, because this tape... Take the glasses off, Paul. We don't want men to be having palpitations in their garages. Who's watching in their garage? Let me know. Are you allowed to watch me in the house? Does your wife sneakily watch over your shoulder and go, actually, I don't mind this albino twat. He's not that bad. Deceptively normal. They're marvellous. Now, I did have a little nick and a bit of a blowout on that corner, but it doesn't matter, it's custom pickguard. We can sand that off and just shape that in. Make sure my humbuckers are going to fit. I used quite a wide radius bit on there, which is fine for uncovered humbuckers. Yeah, they're going to go in fine. They look quite nice. I like that smooth, rounded edge. Not so good if you've got covers on, because you need it a bit squarer. You'd have to file that out. But that's all right. That's going to look pretty awesome, isn't it? Oh, very nice, Paul. Yes, I agree. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. That's very good of you. So I'm going to need to put a bevel on this. I'm going to sand out my shit bit here. I'm going to give this a bit of love on the sander. I'm going to put a bevel on it and I'm going to finish it. And that is going to finish this video. I've had enough. Come back next week and we will put the bad boy together. We will go through the wiring. Someone has sent me, I've got an assortment of strange tone pots. I'm deciding which one to use. I'll make my mind up in the meantime. But until then, I'll see you next week. Special wave, kit building. Who knew? It's like Lego, isn't it? This video has gone at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm very sorry about that. But that's just how my head works. I'll see you later on. Long day ahead.
Oh wow, is that a mockingbird?
Man, is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?